This speaker company keeps coming out with banger after banger after banger after banger. Let's get started. So Soundcore decided to sponsor this video and send me their latest Motion X500 Bluetooth speaker. And this is a really awesome speaker. I just reviewed the X600 last month and I called it the best Bluetooth speaker of 2023. So how is this new smaller, more travel-friendly compact version gonna stand out? It really does, honestly, very good as well. And spoiler alert, the sound is awesome. We'll get to that later, but I have to first start off by mentioning the spatial audio. So this is something Soundcore developed their own version of, as opposed to Apple and Sonos that have also done similar things. This one really just definitely stood out a lot more to me on the X600, and on the X500 it really stands out as well. So you still get high-res audio with LDAC, so basically you're gonna start to hear things that you haven't heard in songs before, like little drums or little touches that I had not heard before. And with the spatial audio, it really does kind of do a good job with the combination to kind of separate the audio a little bit better, so you hear things from different parts of the room. And it's a really cool experience once you get to it, because it's really hearing music differently than maybe with earbuds or headphones. It just stands out a lot better off. And honestly, I've just absolutely loved it. Now, in terms of the power, comparing this to their other version, the other version had a 50 watt, this only has a 40 watt. So not much of a dip right there. You still have a lot of power, and it shows. So I really love that you still get a very loud speaker in comparison. The design is very unique, we'll get to that later, but I do also love the IPX7. So you can take it by a pool, even if it falls in, you're okay. It's awesome just to be able not to worry about water, as always with electronics. So this is such a good feature to have, and definitely one, again, you can take out to the beach, pool party, anything like that. It is X certified on the dust, so don't put it around dust, but with water, you're totally fine. And I think that's what most people tend to worry about anyway. Now, when it comes to the battery life, it has a respectable 12 hours of battery life, really good for a speaker. But when you do also have LDAC and spatial audio, it cuts it down to a little bit, about under 10 hours for me at over 50%. So just know that going in, that you can still have it last an entire vacation trip if you take it on it for the most part. So I really like the battery life on it, especially with that kind of audio quality, is very impressive. And then when you need to top it off, it does have a USB Type-C on the back. And speaking of that back, that bass comes from that area and it definitely stands out. So without further teasing it, let's get to the actual audio quality and show you just how good this speaker sounds. Alright guys, so now we are going to test out this speaker and see how loud it really is. Honestly, I've been really impressed by Soundcore's speaker quality, so very curious to see how this one does. At 50% is what I'm going to put it at starting off with, and see if it's loud enough to fill up my kitchen and living room, which is an open concept. So let's go ahead and see how this spatial audio works in this smaller form factor, and just how loud it is, if it's loud enough to fill up these two rooms.
Got what it takes, baby, you know you're better than all of them. You're my number one girl, you got everything I need. I know we're meant to be, so let's go fulfill prophecy. I'll be your hero, baby, if you let me. I promise I will be there for you in your time of need, in your darkest hour.
So it is really loud for 50%. I am kind of impressed, I will say, just because this was a smaller form factor, you know, costs less, which we'll get to price later, but I was wondering how much they were going to sacrifice in the difference between the two. So I'm pleasantly surprised by this one, and I'm going to try to just see, you know, if we go to about 70% and just see how loud it really is. Going to go back a little bit on the song and then go right to it.
Iggy, you know you're better than all of them. You're my number one girl, you got everything I need. I know we're meant to be, so let's go fulfill prophecy. Come on. I'll be your hero, baby, if you let me. I promise I will be there for you in your time of need, in your darkest hour, on your brightest day.
Okay, so I will say, I feel like at 75%, this matches the 50% of the bigger speaker. Like, this filled up the room, but to the point where I was getting that spatial audio, like I could hear the music bouncing back, if that makes any sense. A lot like Dolby Atmos is what I akin it to before. Just really sounds awesome. I will say that was very impressive. Just how much it filled those two rooms up is really awesome. Again, for something this size, like this could be perfectly suitable in any living room or kitchen, and it definitely stands out as a centerpiece because it has all these little fine details. When it comes to the design on this one, you have Soundcore, spatial audio, all these little touches written on the sides that definitely can show you it was crafted very well. And it feels premium. It has a heavy weight to it, which I like because it's that kind of weight that allows you to know that, hey, this is a premium product. Not too much that you couldn't carry it, or even my son could carry it at a 4-year-old level, but it's just nice to have that wow factor of, oh, this is a good quality material on this. And then we have to get to that music note, right? Soundcore's logo is a music note, but it's very interesting style to it. Now, I have the black version. It does also come in blue and pink, which I think the note stands out a lot more on those. So I will say that if you want like a statement piece even, and again, that kind of centerpiece for a living room or a kitchen, I think this goes very well with it. I might have to get the blue one for my blue kitchen just because it really goes well with it. I like the idea about having something that is nice to show off in just a standard candy bar Bluetooth speaker. This one definitely stands out. It's more elegant and it has that wow factor once you play the music. And finally, we have to talk about price. It is coming in at $169, so $30 cheaper than the X600. But I will say Black Friday is coming up at the time of recording and many other holiday deals, so check the link in the description down below for the best current price for this speaker. I really have enjoyed my time with this speaker. I am loving what Soundcore is doing to the Bluetooth speaker market. It is reinvigorated. Like, we used to have some back in the day, some battles with X Booms, JBLs, all these kind of things, UEs, all these ones, but it kind of stagnated for a long time. Now that Soundcore is really entering in this space hot and heavy, they're up there with the quality of a Sonos, Apple, and all these high-end Harman Kardon kind of speakers, but in a smaller, more affordable price range. So yeah, I'm loving this new series. I can't wait to see what they come up with next. And I'm just really excited for something. I mentioned it in the last video, but Soundcore, maybe, just maybe, soundbar next year? Let's wait and see. Thank you guys always so much for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy.
Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, follow me on social media at YouTube Tech Guy. And check out some more great tech videos on your screen right now.